Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Riverwood. So I've kind of had a quick look around as well to see the other kind of house styles, and the Riverwood style is actually used in tons of places. If I grab the map up here, it's used not only in Riverwood, pretty much all of Falkreath has actually got the same houses, so if you wanted to recreate that you can actually use this style. But I'll be going through all the variations of this style. I think that's going to be easier. Morphle as well, that just has it but on kind of like the water side, so you've got a lot more piers and stuff like that. Even actually I was looking at Winterhold, that's exactly the same as well. It's exactly the same style that we've been basically building in what's it called, Riverwood already, but it's kind of a little bit different. You do get the different styles in Whiterun, and people have asked me if I can do those at a later date, and I will do. I'll try and get all the basic kind of house shapes and stuff in for Riverwood because it's such a small kind of town first, so I'll get that done first. We can also have a look at Helgen as well. I think they're pretty much exactly the same. But what we're going to be doing this episode is actually doing the kind of the interior and also these kind of outside work as well. So I really want to get it very, very similar to the actual kind of houses that we've got. So the first one that we've actually got, if we run over here, is this dude's house. So he's a wood cutter, or he's got a lot of wood, barrels, so we're going to put in wooden barrels, that'll be fine. And also, I probably do need to just rest. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to rest for a couple of hours. Okay, so inside the kind of small one, what have we got? We've got a kind of fireplace here, which doesn't go anywhere. We will actually put in a fireplace, I think, this episode. We've got a moose head. On this side, we've got a bed and a load of kind of stuff, kind of kitcheny stuff on this side. Bed table. Oh, what's this? No, nothing. Okay. Some other stuff on the wall. These are just kind of, these are actually the windows, I think. Well, they're supposed to be. But I'm also looking at the kind of way that the boards are. Obviously, this wood should be actually out one, so we're gonna have to kind of fix that. Chests and other stuff. So table over here. So I'm gonna try and recreate this kind of similar, or very, very similar kind of style on the interior of my kind of version of this. And now I'm going to go over to the other house as well. So on the outside of this, we've got barrels, wood, and a tanning kind of thing, tanning rack. This is going to be... Oh no, I can do it, that's fine. So I'm just going to get in here. Is that... Oh, that was lucky, I think. That was very lucky. Okay, so this one looks pretty similar. Weirdly, this... It's just got an extra extension on this side. Well, isn't that wrong? I think this house is actually wrong on the thing. I think the door is supposed to be on this section. So you had 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm sure it was on that one. But oh well. So pretty similar. Fireplace, kind of directly from the door, and like the beds and all that kind of stuff. So this is what we're going to try and make, at least in this episode. I'm also looking at these kind of things going across here as well. If we can actually make some sort of arches, and we need to put a beam going all the way across the top as well as these kind of chandelier type things. We'll kind of see what we can come up with. Okay, so we're here in game, so let's have a look at kind of what we can do. Actually, in Skyrim, if you have a look at this house, the entrance is on this section, but when you go inside the house, there's a door here. So they've done some very weird stuff. Go and check it out in Skyrim. It's kind of like a weird bug or something that they've just kind of mismatched it, or it goes to a different house or something like that. But we're going to have to basically kind of wing it on that side of things, or we could always flip it on the other side. What I'm going to do, and what I've done already, is I've just gone inside the house, and if you see these, I'm just going to basically be putting in the beams here, and I'll put that in like that. And one thing that we can do with the texture pack, or not texture pack, but with actually any textures, even on default, if you have got world edit, for example, you can change these so that instead of them either being this way or that way, you can make it so it's completely covered up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that, and that should have... Oh, that's selected all the way over there. Okay, that's weird. There, okay. And I've got a mod as well. I've got world edit, I've also got the CUI thing. If you want that, you can go and see Jag Funder's tutorial on it. So I'm just going to select here, and what it does is it just kind of makes a cool visual box for you guys. So I'm just going to do replace 17 with 1712, What that should do, I'm just going to do decel. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of that. And if we have a look, there we go, that's what it's done. So what it's done is covered it up so it looks more like there's actually sideways beams instead of them having a kind of direction, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what I wanted to do there, and it still works with the connected textures, which is nice. What it has done, unfortunately, is this top bit we need to now replace because the grain's going the wrong way. And this one, because it's hidden, doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to grab this and put that in there. Obviously, if you can't do the kind of text back switch, it doesn't really matter too much. Also, I kind of listened to you guys, and yeah, we've kind of pushed back both of these just because we're going to add in that extra bit of detail. So I'm also going to go, actually I'll grab that fence, go here, and up to here and do the same. It's still a little bit buggy with single player commands at the minute. I'm just going to do the same thing, and actually we can just do this. And it didn't do anything. There we go. Okay, so it just needs to update. That's weird. That's fine, though. Deselect. Excellent. So now we've got that kind of bit there. It's kind of covered it up a little bit nicer. I need to get rid of these, good God. So I'm just going to get rid of those. So what do we need to do? Let's have a look. Well, I need to put that fence in there. So that's a couple of little things you can do with the texture pack and with World Edit. But what we're going to do now is we're going to build this tanning rack. So there's a tanning rack and there's a seat. So if I just clear some of this stuff down. The first thing we're going to do is build the seat for this one. So there is actually a kind of another, again, a metadata kind of block. So if we're going to turn this one into it, I need to actually do this. Select that. So I'm just going to do set 1, 2, 6, 6, which is this kind of seat here, which I think looks awesome. So if we grab our iron door, I'm just going to put that on the back there. So then we've got our kind of seat. It's kind of a little bit more regal, I think, even though it's kind of torn to hell. It might be a bit too regal, possibly. So what I'm going to do is I actually am just going to switch it out for an oak wood. But that's another thing you can kind of do with the texture pack. Is actually kind of, you know, use it to get stuff. So we've got the seat here. Now the tanning rack itself, what I'm going to do is go 1, 2. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a random block. We go stone, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go with 3. And then stamp down on that to get that. It's one of the annoying things about World Edit. And what we're going to do is we're going to use, again, another ID value. And we're just going to do set 37. And you get this kind of, which you can actually see. And again, I need to do tons of commands today. There we go. So you get this kind of wool thing, and it's actually a cobweb, but it's one of the kind of ID values on that. So that kind of gives us that type of thing. I actually might want to cut that there, and so we have 2. Yeah, we'll have it over here as well. So I need to go here and then cut down. I'll just cut down to... No, stop clicking. Okay, put it there. There. So then set and 37. 30 and 7. There we go. So now we've got that. I think that's probably the closest we can get to the tanning rack, at least in this texture pack. And that, again, this is one of the reasons I might be switching over to it, because we can do stuff like this. I mean, I could, of course, push it back into here, which I probably should have done, but I'm not too bothered at the minute. So we've got a seat. We might want to maybe make that wooden instead. Then that looks like the door. We'll have a look anyway. So we're going to have this. And then she had some barrels over here. This was actually open, so I'm going to just open that up. And barrels wise, what we're going to do... So again, I'll grab my stone. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to have some in here as well. Like this. And I'm just going to grab selection. Like that. And replace one with... This time we're going to go with 5, 13. So that gives us a load of these kind of barrels, which are quite cool. I'm just going to do deselect. Oh, might help if I spell it correctly. There we go. So we've got decel. So that's given us a couple of these kind of random ones. I'm also going to do it here as well. I'm going to have some other types up this kind of place here. Not like that. Like this. Why? Why won't you select? So select it there. There. So I'm going to do these. Replace 1. And we're going to replace 1 with 5, 7. Which is a load of these kind of wooden things. Which I think looks cool as well. So what we can do as well, if we grab these, this will allow you to actually place it down now with that texture on it. So I'm just going to put some like here or something. I might just leave that there. And if you select the other one, so now I can just switch between the two. So I can get those. So I'm just going to kind of... I could have actually just done this before and kind of made it a bit simple. Then we got a couple of these kind of barrels, possibly. Like this. And maybe put in some wood. More wood. Always good. Okay, so that I need to cut down. So that kind of looks quite cool. I'm also going to just... Again, grab my stone, just because it's an easy ID value. And we have to stamp down on that. Select that on that. And do replace 1 with... What should we do this time? 514. Or not, actually. Undo that. I don't like that. Okay, it's going to be easy to do that. So, replace 1 with... What do I reckon? Let's try out 5, 6. Let's see what that looks like. So that's a bookshelf. We definitely don't want that. So I'm just going to do replace 1 with 5, 12. And that'll just give us a kind of blank kind of board type thing. And I didn't want to actually do that. Redo. There. And deselect. There we go. So now we've kind of got this kind of outside area, and I think that's kind of cool. It's a shame we can't kind of get... Is there anything we can hang with this? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try this out. Not through that one. Get that. And I'm just going to do replace, or... Actually, I'll just do set, because we've just got these couple blocks. And I'm going to do 30, 10. So there we go. So now I've got some... As if they're kind of hanging. I think that looks kind of cool. That kind of works. Even though it's not the same as the one that we actually had in Skyrim, it's kind of there. So that's kind of giving us a bit more detail in here. We've got all these different types. We've got this seat here. I am actually, even though it's kind of less accurate to the actual build, I kind of prefer that other texture. So I'm just going to do set 1, 2, 6, 6. Oh, there we go. So I had to just update that block. Okay, so then we've actually got that kind of chair, and it's kind of a bit mangled anyway, so that looks kind of cool. So let's head inside. So we finally got inside. Okay, so let's get to work on this interior then. So we've got that kind of bit done. We need to kind of sort out this part here. So I'm just gonna get rid of all these items. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is actually bring these to here, just to kind of make it look a little bit more square. You can do other stuff with it, but we're just gonna do this for the time being. I think just to basically, it'll mean we'd lose a little bit. But I think it'll kind of work in our favour, hopefully. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm just going to shove a torch there. Just going to bring this across all the way to here and basically fill these up. I'll try and show you what I mean. Just a second. So I got that. Going to add this styling on the inside as well. And then in here, and I'll just throw around these torches where I can now. I need to do this one. Torch in. So it means that the walls are now too thick, but I think it'll look more like the actual house. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, fill these in. Actually, that might work quite nicely. Go there. That looks quite cool, actually. Yeah, I quite like that. It's made it look really, really small. But maybe in here we could actually do something like this instead. So that makes it look kind of like it's got shelves or something, or this way instead. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this on the inside instead of having the hay there. I got those. Got these in here. Going to cut those out. Put these in like that. I think that gets a bit more depth. I wish these were actually now this way. But hey ho, that's fine. Yeah, so that's kind of supporting that. What else can we do? We've got our trapdoors. So those were on here before, kind of on the other side, looking like lights. So we could, in fact, hide some glowstone behind these. And then put the trapdoors on, because that's kind of what it looks like on the inside. And then we can then get rid of some of these torches at least. And we might be able to get rid of all the torches with that. So that's given us a way to actually hide it. We could, in fact, do it on the other side as well. I'll try that out in a second to try and make it look a little bit more. It has got that kind of yellow tinge to it, so I think that looks a bit better. We have also, of course, got a smaller kind of space, but that will kind of work in our favour, I think. So what else can we do on that side? I'm just going to go to the outside, and I'm gonna just try out this. So there's 1, 2, 3 there. Just doing it like this. I think that might look, yeah, that looks a bit more like the house, doesn't it? I think so anyway. I'm going to go with that. So we've got those kind of yellow bits. It'll also be quite a nice place to hide in the lighting. So that's fine. There. So got that lighting in behind there. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better actually. So that'll hide the lighting. If we go back inside, I need to put this one up here and here. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. Okay. So what do we need to look at next? We need to start kind of figuring out the sections, and we've lost a little bit because these would have been free sections, but because we've done this on the inside, we've kind of lost an extra couple of blocks on the kind of side as well. But what I do remember, and if I just grab the beds, I guess we've got a bed here. There was a bed in this corner, and there was a bed in this corner, so we've got those two. This door obviously would be over here, or should be over here. I'm just going to move what was here to this section. There wasn't too much there anyway. We could also do with kind of an end table. So I'm just going to grab what we could always use for an end table. So we've got this. And just to make it look a little bit more medieval-y, these redstone torches are actual candles. So that kind of works. Yep. I'll take out these. So we've got enough light here. It's kind of dimmed it quite a lot. I quite like that. Okay, chimney. There's a table in the corner, and there's a kind of fireplace around about here, I think, on the build. But then again, the entrance was here. So this is where we're going to build the fireplace anyway. So I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff. I'm sure we'll use some of it again. And because they're not that rich, I'm not going to use the stone brick. I'm going to use the cobblestone. And we'll grab all of the kind of stuff that we need for it. We've got stairs, also cobblestone wool, and there is some variations again with the metadata blocks that we can possibly use with this, but we'll kind of see how it looks. So, okay, so for this fireplace, it kind of goes out in a circle like this. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It means that our table, I think we'll have to move the table back a bit, or, I mean, we could go, nah, that's going to look terrible. Yeah, I kind of want to build it out here, I think. That's what I want to do. I'm actually just going to put in a piece of dirt there. Put in that, I think slabs around here. And obviously there'll be an actual fire in kind of there. This back wall, now this is where it's going to get complicated, because if you want it to be a true Skyrim house, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. then it wouldn't actually have had, you know, it doesn't have a chimney for some reason. So, but I kind of want to have a chimney on it, so I am going to cut through here and at least put in like this back wall. And I'm going to see what that looks like on the outside now. I'll just do time set day, not rhyme, I don't know what that is. There we go. Okay, so was that? No, I'm not happy about that. Oh dear. Okay. I'll figure something out then. Right, so if we can't have... Well, we can have that back wall, but... so we kind of need to have those... here. Or we could just do something... like that. Possibly. Wow, this has got very, very difficult very quickly. These. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it look a little bit worse on the outside with these, but it's kind of worth it in the end because it'll look better, kind of overall, I think. So we've got to kind of sacrifice it a little bit. So then, if I build up just this, I'm just gonna build up this kind of rough frame. There was also this kind of wooden spike thing. I'm wondering if we can do that with fence and fence gate. And actually go over, possibly. Well, there's a wooden... I think there's a wooden ledge on it, isn't there? I'm trying to do this from memory, you see, so it's kind of starting to get a bit different. I'm sure there's some sort of like wooden thing across here. And then there's a pot in there, wasn't there? But do we just want to do something like this? Nope, I don't like that. We could do something like that and get rid of those. Grab our cauldron, possibly. And that doesn't connect in, so it doesn't look amazing. Right, okay. Oh, I don't know. That's difficult. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that out for the time being. I think we can actually cut these off, possibly then. This switch out for a cobblestone wall instead. Actually, we do need something. We need something there, I think. And I'm gonna just switch those out for stairs, even though it's not. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to jump in game for this, guys. Okay, so I'm back in game. So let's have a look at how this has kind of worked. So it's definitely out one block, and then it goes up. And it is round. That wooden bar, yeah, I kind of remembered it, but kind of didn't at the same time. So there is kind of a wooden bar going through it, I guess. Where the hell's that light coming from? But I think, yeah, these look a little bit better now they've put the trapdoors on. I'm wondering if in the texture pack we got these with bindings on them. I'll have a look quickly. And we still need to put these kind of beams across the side. I just got... How did I get damaged by? God damn it. But we'll put in this table. Right, so this. Cauldron. Some fire. And I'll put in the table. Okay, so let's have a quick look. There's Moose's head. We might be able to do something with that. We've got one chandelier type thing. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's jump back in game. Okay, so we're here back in game. So actually it's not too bad. It's not terrible. So what I'm going to do is actually kind of possibly push that. Because I don't think we can get the kind of wooden bar going across. What I'm trying to do though is trying to make it look like it is actually funneling up. So if we're here, put in a block there, I'm going to actually cut through the roof and put in something like that. So at least we've got a kind of chimney. This fire is goddamn massive. We could just do something like this, and then cut this back, I guess. Not that far, there. And then that's where the firebox is going to be, and we'll do that in a second. I just need to find out what the don't do fire tick thing is. Yeah, I think this will do. Like that. Switch out this one for the cauldron. So at least we've got a cauldron in front of that. We've got that going up. Now can we go... Does this look better? That possibly looks better. I'm not sure. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, I'm going to do it this sideways. So that's good. So that goes up there. That works. What else we got? So I'm just going to find out the fire tick command so we can put this without the entire house setting on fire. Okay, so I've got the command. So it's /game rule do fire tick false. Go and /game rule do mob spawning false. I'm pretty sure that's that one. There we go. Okay, so it now shouldn't set on fire. I am going to test this, however, I do not trust this, and I haven't saved this house itself. So, where have we got? We got some wood anyway, and we got some flint and steel. Let's move that up there. God damn it! And where is it? Neverack. There we go. So, is this gonna spread? That's all I want to know. I'll give it 4 chances to do it. Okay, so I'm going to just trust it. I'm pretty sure it has worked. We'll find out. So let's throw this in here. Light that up. There we go. Oh my god. How does the smoke do that? Is that a texture pack thing? What? When did this start happening? There you go, another thing about Conquest that I didn't know about. Right, so we need a table in, and I'll probably cut that back. I might actually cut this back on the other side as well. Even though it'll make it less circular, I think it might be a bit better. So I'm going to just trust this doesn't set the entire house on fire. And if we go around to the back, so now I've just got this block sticking out, so I'm just going to do this. And possibly, or even just do... No, actually I do want one block kind of coming out. So I go just do that, and I'm going to grab, and this is another really cool thing, some cobweb, and do this kind of typical thing you do with cobweb, and cut that out, cut that out, cut that out, and cut that out, and then come here, cut that to there. Why won't it select that block? Oh well. Okay, put a block on the end. There. So it's got it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that cobweb. So I'm going to do replace 30 with 30 and 4. Not 30 and 4. So undo that. Sorry guys. I'll do replace 30 and 30 with 32. And once we do select, if we actually click on, there we go. So I might have to update some of these. I think this is a single player commands bug, which is weird. But then we've got moving smoke. Yeah, that's what we want. That looks really ridiculously cool. Much better than just cobwebs. So okay, so now we've got some smoke going up. So that's our fire done. The place hasn't set on fire, which is good. And if we get rid of, don't really need cobweb. I'm just wondering if we can do something with this, or if no. Okay, pretty sure that doesn't look good. So if we can, that's crazy. Whatever, how. I'm still amazed by those particles, to be honest. That's nuts. That doesn't look better. No, it needs to be a full block, I think. I mean, we could do something on... I mean, there was a wooden beam. I'm going to try the wooden beam now that it won't set on fire. So if we try this going across... No. Okay, yeah, it doesn't quite work, I don't think. I think it looks too chunky when I do that. So let's get onto the table over here. So we're going to need some sort of other type of wood. What should we use? I mean, even though it does look in-game the same, I do want to mix things up. So I've got oak wood here. So we've got a table kind of like this. Just wondering if we can cut that out, and it was right in the corner. So I'm just trying to get that to... Well, what I might do to make it look a bit more interesting, possibly, is do this so we get that kind of part. Depends on where we want those legs to be, but that's not too bad. Then we can have seats here. And if we've got something, wherever it is, just going to grab the iron door and put the iron door behind, just like that. And again, what I did before, do the same thing. Just do place. Actually, just do set, and I'll just get rid of the other ones. And we're going to set this to 1, 2, 6, 6. And that's really weird they did that, but okay, it's fine. So I'm just going to get rid of this. I'm actually just going to clean up my inventory now. Okay, so I'm just going to do deselect. I'm going to select this. Actually, just manually put it down. So there we go. So then we've got a table. So what I'm going to do here is just put on a couple of these as kind of like plates. I was actually looking through this, and the player's head is actually a mini chest. That is cool. So it means you don't have to use the kind of codes to get that. So I'm just going to put this like that. Behind here there's some sort of shelves. Now, they aren't very rich in Riverwood, so they probably wouldn't have bookshelves, even though they do have bookshelves, and I have no idea how everybody can read. But what texture is this? This is the oak wood, isn't it? Yeah, so we can use that to kind of make some sort of small shelves, possibly put the bookshelves on the side, but I don't like it being shown on the side here. I think it looks very accurate, but I'm just going to... And of course it's going to be that weird texture. Right, get rid of that one. Give us the normal one there. Go right to here, and if we have some books here, and a shelf here, and we could actually have... Does that look quite cool? That looks alright, yep. And if we grab wooden buttons... And of course we can't put them there, god damn it! I don't know what to do on the other side either. Okay, well, that's fine. That's not too bad. So, we've got that there. We could, of course, use item frames. Item frames do lag stuff out quite a lot. So it's kind of up to you if you want to use them. I'm just gonna leave them there. What else have we got? There's also supposed to be some sort of kind of stuff here, and there's also a small table around about here. So I'm gonna put in that small table. So I'm just gonna grab fence, and also pressure plate. And what can we use? Actually, we'll probably use the other oak wood slab for that, and use the same kind of thing that we did before with these two. Actually, grab for those. So if we have this here, what's that? Oh, that looks cool. That wooden pressure plate, actually, I like that. Put down one of these, and we can put down this here. So then we've got a small table. There was supposed to be another kind of thing here, so I might actually just grab the crafting table, put that there, and we can then switch this and put on a redstone torch on top of it. Yeah, that looks cool. So now I'm going to build another one of these kind of chest type things here. I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger, so even though we're going to go across, not with those, we've got the other ones. Where's the other ones? There. There. Okay, so I'll make this up to here. And what I'm going to do with this one is... Oh, wow. How the hell did... Oh my god. So, when it's on the bottom part, it's this kind of chair thing. When it's on the top, it becomes a map? What? What is this craziness? Okay, so I didn't even know that. That's incredible. So I really didn't. That's nuts, really. So I'm just gonna have a quick look to see what else we can do to kind of fill this out with kind of herbs and stuff. Okay, so for this, what do we need? I'm gonna bring this back. It looks a bit too chunky, I think, when I made it all the way over there. So I mean, we could have another bookcase, but I want to kind of keep that clean. We do also, and I'm just going to do this quickly, grab stone. We need somewhere for fire to be stored. So, just do this, do that, and do set 5, 7, I think it is. It's 5, 7. Get my wood there. Deselect. That's quite cool. What else can we do over here? Possibly, we need some stuff hanging over here. There was actually some stuff I do remember, so I'm wondering what is in the pack already. So I'm going to have a quick look at the extended kind of texture stuff. Okay, so I'm going to just have some very simple stuff hanging here, I think. To make it look like herbs. I think actually the birch leaves look the best out of these. So I'm going to have some here, and I'm going to have... Actually, this place here is really good to hang something off. So what I'm going to do is just do this again, and knock through this one. Select this block, do set. And I'm going to just have the rope, I think. So I'm going to go 30 and 6. And that'll just give us some rope. And then deselect. So that's kind of cool. That's then connected up onto there. Could we do this? We could do with something in this corner as well, I think. Or maybe just move this over. Yeah, just move that over. That seems to work quite nicely. What else can we do? Instead of having this here, we could actually use carpet. Just wondering what... Oh, actually, this carpet's really cool. I'm going to try and mess around with this. So I've got a light brown or brownish carpet. Because there is some furry... Oh, balls. Right, because there is some furry stuff. And I actually see where the fur carpet is inside. We'll go in there in a second. But that means we can't really use this because it's too smooth. But we will use the other stuff. So, okay. So we've got some stuff here. We need some potions. That's what we need. So, instead of, well, it's not really potions, it's more drinks. But we've only really got this. That looks cool, the blaze powder. So I'll put some in there. And we will switch out one of these for a bookcase. I think we're going to have to do it. At least that one there. And then put some buttons on. Some wooden buttons, so we can get rid of that. So we can just scrap that. Put some buttons on there to make it look like they're kind of openable. I think there's a chest on one of these ones. So what we'll do is we'll grab a chest. Put that on the end of the bed. Because this area kind of looks a little bit empty. What else we got? I think on these bits here we can put in button. Like that. We can't put one in there, but we can put one in there. So, what else are we missing? This area does look a little bit quiet. Now that we've kind of busied up this area is like really busy, and this one's really quiet. So, let's jump into Skyrim. We'll have a look to see what else we can put in, and to see how our kind of place is kind of turning out at least, and see if we can get more ideas. Okay, so we're back in the house. So we've pretty much got this side, even though ours is a lot more cramped in. Obviously, this one we've had to turn this way. There's not really much point in putting on a small stool. But we can kind of get a couple of more ideas. Barrels, there's tons of barrels in here. Blades. Obviously, we've put in actual seats instead of just this kind of thing. We could put in a thing, the thing that goes across there. We've got a small table. We could probably move that more towards that side. I think that's what I'll do. And we've kind of lost this because it would have been on this section here. So we've got the door there. We've got the light. And this part up here, we can put in that light. I'm going to try and do this moose head as well. We're going to see what we can do. But for this stuff, this is where I tried to put in the herbs here. And try and fill it up with a little bit of stuff. But that's not too bad actually so far. We're not doing too bad. So let's jump back into Minecraft and we will see what we can do. Okay, so what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to move this small table to over here just to fill it out a little bit. Then we'll do this chandelier going down. So let's just... And again, I'll just clear all the stuff. I keep on collecting so much kind of rubbish, really. There we go. Get rid of this and this. So we need that, that, and that. Get rid of all that. And we'll put the little table here. Or one more. I think one more. Yeah, one more. We'll have it over here. So then I'll kind of fill this area up and put that in. So now we've got this kind of empty bit here now. Ah. Oh god, that's difficult. Okay, if we do this, that's kind of a bit too busy, isn't it? And I'm going to quickly just try the kind of bench idea instead. See, that's why I don't like the bench idea. So you then can't see this table. We'd have to raise that table up. Yeah, I'm going to just stick with these. I think that looks better. So we'll stick with that. The moose head. That was another one I'm going to try. Now, the only way I can really think about doing it is just putting on a fence here. And have we got any more blocks? There we go. Just something a block here and here. Actually, didn't need a goddamn block there. I need a block down here. Well, that's well, that's good enough, isn't it? Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, I need to goddamn place that down. I was doing this. No, actually, I don't know if that's going to work either. No, okay. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is, without destroying these connected textures, there we go. I'm just going to leave it like that. That'll kind of do, I think, for that bit anyway. We are pretty much done with this side. Could do with some barrels. That's what we could do with. I was just about to say we need something to fill in this, but we do need barrels. So I'll make these 2 blocks. I'm going to turn them into barrels. So I'm going to do set 5. And have we actually got some barrels? I'm just going to search through these and see. Okay, so I'm just going to do 5, and I'm going to do 13. I'm going to fill them with these kind of food barrels. I think that will just work quite nicely. That'll work fine. So I'm just going to clear down this again. And we completely forgot, or at least I completely forgot to look at the actual carpeting part, but we can do that in a second. So I'm just going to do this, bring this down. Now, we could do this with the redstone torches. Put these on here. Or is there something kind of fancy we can do? I wonder if there is a texture pack type thing. So I'm just going to just put on a block. I reckon it needs to be here rather than anything else. So if we just grab that, put that down here. Let's see what there is in the texture pack itself. Okay, so after messing around a little bit, I couldn't really find anything that kind of worked properly. Properly? Good God. So I couldn't find anything that worked kind of properly. So I'm going to go with this. Just try this here. Putting a very kind of simple one. That kind of works actually. I quite like that. It's not too light, is it? That's the only thing I'm worried about. I mean, should we have it there? I think it works there because you get the kind of connected bit in here. So that's kind of good. That's kind of worked out. And then this bit's a nice bit more open, which it is. So we'll have one last check at this. I think we're pretty much done though, to be honest. We've done kind of a lot of work on it. Actually made it look pretty good, even though, you know, there is obviously differences. I think it still looks pretty awesome. So we'll find out where this carpet is, and then we'll finish off this one. And I think that'll be it for the episode, just because we spent so much time kind of at work doing this, especially with the kind of extended texture pack stuff. Okay, so one last kind of check over. So we could do with some kind of rugs on this side, near the table and near that bed, and one down here. So that's 3 of those. There is, I think that's it actually. I think we might be done. There is these kind of lights on these side parts, but I think we're alright for lighting, to be honest. And also on this table there's a light there. There is some herbs and stuff down here, so we could try and fit that in, and I'll have a look at that as we go inside. So yeah, okay, so we're almost actually done, so let's jump back in. Okay, so let's grab some of this carpet. I haven't actually used this at all, so I'm not really too sure. Oh, that's cool as well. All of this is cool. I was wondering if they got kind of like a straw carpet, possibly. Well, actually just all of these kind of fancy. I think this is probably the most closest. There's some straw kind of around here, but I think that the more important thing is like either that one or kind of brown one. For over here, does brown look alright? Or I think we might, because these beds are quite white, I think actually the brown will work a bit better over here. So we've got kind of carpety type stuff there. Maybe cut that out or leave it or do this. Random. Yeah, we'll do that. And then this one will make white. I think that's going to be the right kind of thing to do. Now, can we make it a little bit more? There you go. Let's do something like that. That looks cool. There we go. And for that kind of extra kind of section that would have been here, that would have been here. Now we can. I'm wondering if we can get some shelves. If we put a shelf here and do the old flower pot trick, which isn't really a trick actually, to be honest. But flower pot, and for some herbs we can put in. That actually looks pretty funky, that jungle tree. It's a bit too bright though. So I'm going to try something else. I can always just go with the old oak. Yeah, that'll do. There we go, so we got that kind of in there. Does that make it look a little bit too bright though? Yeah, it might do. So, possibly even just go in with the ferns, something like that. Yeah, ferns look alright actually. So there you go, that's pretty much it actually. I think that's done. I think that's completely done. I can't really think of too much more that we can do without just kind of adding in too much stuff. And that's one thing I don't really want to do. But tell me what you guys think of this, or any kind of improvements that you guys might have. I think the only real thing we can actually improve is possibly the roof again, and there is a way to do it with another one of these kind of Conquest texture pack trick type things. If I lay down some stone, for example, yeah, I'm just going to grab this one and this one. There is somewhere, I'll just check for you guys. So there actually is stairs. So if I do 53.9, okay, not that one. So let's try this again. So it might be 10, possibly 53.10. There we go. So you can see that there is actually thatched kind of stairs. That's going that way. So I'm not too sure direction-wise how it is. And if this will, there you go. So it's just oakwood. It's just kind of like the oakwood stairs. So I'm not too sure if I should use that or not, or if that's a little bit too cheaty. But you guys tell me if you want me to switch over to these kind of thatch stairs instead and put these in and try those, or if you want me to just keep it vanilla. But tell me what you think about this, if you guys want to actually see more of the kind of texture pack stuff. I'm still learning a lot of it. Okay, so I'll just give you guys a tour with the shaders on and talk about kind of some of the stuff that I've mainly added. You guys have already, of course, know. The only thing I still don't like is this kind of bit here. Don't like how it's kind of showing. I don't know, I might try and cover it up at some point. I'm not really too sure yet. But if you guys have any ideas of how to kind of, you know, hide this in a way, I mean, yeah, it's mainly that back bit there. So we need those 2 blocks. These 2, actually no, we need that as well. So we need a couple of them. Some of them we don't need, but some of them we do need. So if you guys could tell me what you think, or ideas to cover this back bit up, that would be pretty good. I mean, we can do something like that. I think that makes it look a little bit better, possibly. And we might actually need to do something like this as well, just to make it look a little bit beefier. I don't really know. Anyway, yeah, tell me what you think of that. I'm just going to leave it like that for the time being. Tell me what you think of that back bit. Tell me what you think about these glowstone blocks, if they make it look more like Skyrim. Also, the texture pack kind of stuff, if you kind of like this. I'm probably going to be doing this throughout this build, because I'm planning on using Conquest for this mini-series, and it just offers a lot more with these kind of texture bits. These just look really cool. And this does look good, actually. This looks cool. And also tell me what you think of the interior. Yeah, so tell me if there's anything you think I should improve. But if there isn't, I'll do a full tutorial on this build from the complete kind of houseway, and I'll do it in a kind of default as well, and give you guys switch outs for the default. So, but I kind of want to get your feedback first on kind of what you think, or kind of improvements, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next video.